Parts of sentence. We all know that almost all English sentences have a subject and verb, while some also have an object. Subject describes a person or thing that performs an action. Verb describes the action. Object describes person or thing that receives the action. The subject of a sentence is a person, place, thing or idea. For example, I like to travel. The subject, I, is doing action of traveling. Objects provide further information that isn't necessarily required. They are helpful, though, because they further explain the action of the verb. For example, she is drinking water. Here, water is the object. Verb is an action in the sentence. For example, Jyoti eats cake. The verb is eats. The woman, S, built, V, a strong stone wall, O. The children, S, eat, V, buns, cakes and biscuits, O. The professor, S, threw, V, an orange, O. Parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. The parts of speech indicate how a word functions in meaning as well as grammar within a sentence. An individual word can function as more than one part of speech when used in different circumstances. Understanding parts of speech is essential for determining the correct definition of a word when using the dictionary. Noun. A noun is a name of a person, place, thing, or idea. Proper nouns always start with a capital letter. Common nouns do not. Nouns can function in different roles within a sentence. For example, a noun can be a subject, direct object, indirect object, subject complement, or object of a preposition. For example, oh my God! The young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared. Pronoun. A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. A pronoun is usually substituted for a specific noun. For example, oh my God! The young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared. Verb. A verb expresses action. There is a main verb and sometimes one more helping verbs. She can sing. She is the main verb. Can is the helping verb. A verb must agree with its subject in number. Both are singular or plural. For example, the young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared. Adjective. An adjective is a word used to modify or describe a noun or pronoun. It usually answers the question of which one, what kind, or how many. For example, the young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared. Adverb. An adverb describes or modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb, but never a noun. It usually answers the questions of when, where, how, why, under what conditions, or to what degree. Adverbs often end in "ly". For example, the young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared. Preposition. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or pronoun to form a phrase modifying another word in the sentence. The prepositional phrase always functions as an adjective or adverb. For example, the young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared. Conjunction. A conjunction joins words, phrases, or clauses and indicates the relationship between the elements joined. Coordinating conjunctions connect grammatically equal elements and, but, or, nor, for, so, yet, etc. Subordinating conjunctions connect clauses that are not equal: because, although, while, since, etc. For example, the young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared. Interjection. An interjection is a word used to express emotion. It is often followed by an exclamation mark. For example, "Oh my God! The young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared." Articles. An article is a word used to modify a noun, which is a person, place, object or idea. Articles are used before nouns to show whether the nouns are general or specific. A or an and the are the three types of English articles. There are rules to help you decide which one to use, but first you need to know what type of noun you are using. When you have a single, countable English noun, you must always have an article before it. We cannot say, "Please pass me pen." We must say, "Please pass me the pen" or "Please pass me a pen." Uncountable nouns don't use a or an. This is because you can't count them. For example, advice is an uncountable noun. You can't say, "He gave me an advice," but you can say, "He gave me some advice" or "He gave me a piece of advice." You can use the to make general things specific. You can use the with any type of noun, be it plural or singular, countable or uncountable. "Please pass me the pen." Here, the is used to make that pen specific. Capitalization and punctuation. Once you create a grammatically correct sentence using different parts of speech, it is important to write sentence in a way so that it conveys the message clearly. Capitalization and punctuation are important while writing sentences as they help readers understand and interpret the message. Capitalization. Capitalization means converting the first letter in a word in an uppercase letter. For example, the first word in this sentence contains the first letter as the capital letter. Not only the beginning of the sentences, capitalization is used for many things such as for nouns, quotations, historical events and many others. Punctuation. Punctuation refers to the correct use of various symbols such as period, comma, colon and so on in a sentence. Like capitalization, punctuation is also very important. Active and passive voice. You have learnt about the basic form of a sentence as subject plus verb plus object. This is the active voice form of a sentence. Sentence can be in passive voice too. Example, you can say something in two ways. 1. You write a letter. Active voice. 2. A letter is written by me. Passive voice. Passive voice is used when the focus is on action and not on subject. For example, the keen and interested students are being promoted for sports. It is conveying the fact who or what is being promoted rather than who is promoting them. Converting from active to passive voice. When rewriting active sentences in passive voice, note the following. The object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentences. The finite form of the verb is changed to be plus past participle, that is, the third form of verb. The subject of the active sentence becomes the object of the passive sentence or is dropped sometimes. To understand this conversion more clearly, look at the following examples. Active voice, passive voice. 1. Sunita is reading a book. A book is being read by Sunita. 2. Sunita read a book. A book was read by Sunita. Construction of a paragraph. Paragraphs are comprised sentences but not random sentences. A paragraph is a group of sentences that relate to a single topic and forms the basic unit of a composition, be it an essay, letter, or article. Basic paragraph structure usually consists of 5 sentences, the topic sentence, 3 supporting sentences, and a concluding sentence. But the secrets to paragraph writing lay in 4 essential elements which, when used correctly, can make a not-so-good paragraph into a great paragraph. Elements of paragraph. There are many elements of a paragraph which are given below. Unity. Unity in a paragraph begins with the topic sentence. Every paragraph has one single controlling idea that is expressed in its topic sentence, which is typically the first sentence of the paragraph. A paragraph is unified around this main idea, with the supporting sentences providing detail and discussion. Order. Order refers to the way you organize your supporting sentences, whether you choose chronological order of importance, or another logical presentation of details. A solid paragraph always has a definite organization. In a well-ordered paragraph, the reader follows along easily, aided by the pattern you have established. Order helps the reader grasp your meaning and avoid confusion. Coherence. Coherence is the quality that makes your writing understandable. Sentences within a paragraph need to connect to each other and work together as a whole. Completeness. Completeness means a paragraph is well developed. If all sentences clearly and sufficiently support the main idea, then your paragraph is complete. If there are not enough sentences or information to prove your thesis, then the paragraph is incomplete. Usually 3 supporting sentences in addition to a topic sentence and concluding sentence are needed for a paragraph to be complete. In summary, communication is the process by which 2 or more people exchange ideas, facts, feelings, information about any topic, etc. The term communication is derived from the Latin word communicare, which means to share. Verbal communication is one of the usual ways of communication that involves direct interaction and instant response, whether it is oral or written communication. Non-verbal communication is a way of communication that involves all type of non-verbal actions in an interaction generated by an individual according to the environment. Visual communication is a way of communication in which message is conveyed in an imagery form. Specific information in the form of written comments and oral conversation is descriptive feedback. Physical barriers separates people due to space and working environment, where closed doors hinder the communication. While communicating, be clear about the goal of message. A language is an expression of thoughts and experiences of people in terms of their cultural environment. An article is a word used to modify a noun, which is a person, place, object, or idea. Articles are used before nouns to show whether the nouns are general or specific. A paragraph is a group of sentences that relates to a single topic and forms the basic unit of a composition, be it an essay, letter, or article.